If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? We in here today on this lovely Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's getting to the money, getting to the goals, getting to everything that they need to get to today. Whether you at work, whether you at home, whatever it is that you're doing, wherever you are in America, man. Just know we sending all positive energy, good vibes your way, man. Shout out to Calm Storm. I see you, Lil Zeus World. Glittery Bubbles in the building. Justin Furlow. Vale is in the building. What up, Justin? What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling, man? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's having a great start today, Wednesday. We got a few things to talk about. I'm not gonna keep y'all long today. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do this too long today, but we do have some things to get to regardless. All right, so make sure as y'all coming in here, hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell, man. If y'all don't hit that bell, y'all ain't gonna get the notifications. They're gonna try to put us in the shadow realm. YouTube doesn't like to push us through the algorithm. So for you to be able to catch these lives when we do go live, you gotta make sure you hit that bell, man, so you can get the notification on your phone and pull up when it is time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all that's in here, man. GMS fam, the green room. We got some things to discuss today. We have to get to one topic that I for sure wanted to get to. I was going to dive into this topic head first. Pause. What up, G Swift? I see you. This was very interesting to me because it happens so often when there is a bigger entity, so to speak, that was once hated on by Mr. Corey Holcomb, and then once they acknowledge or want to send the peace treaty or want to extend the hand to shake, Corey forgets about all the things that he has said and moves forward into that direction. Now, don't get me wrong, all right, because I know, of course, GMS hating. I think it's a great thing when people squash petty beefs over the internet and try to come together to try to get the bag together. That should happen a lot more often. The problem with me is how it's easy for that to happen for somebody like Vlad, who has actively been someone who is definitely a culture vulture and has used the things within the culture to benefit his pockets while disregarding the lives that have been destroyed and lost due to some of the things that he has produced on his platform, the things that he has said, the things that he has tried to stand on, even including the Farrakhan thing. You know, it shouldn't have took this long for him to see it from that perspective, from the perspective that was given to him by Willie D, even though he is a grown-ass man and can understand things very well. I think he more so did it because he knew that if he went to another platform or if he talked to somebody else, he was going to have to hear it again. He was probably tired of hearing the damn Farrakhan shit. So he was like, you know what? I might as well apologize. Also, even though Vlad has a big platform, it's not the same as it used to be a few years ago. That's not the first place for people to go to get their information. They're not going straight to Vlad anymore. They're not looking into Vlad to go like, oh man, what is Vlad talking about? A lot of these things now is like, it's dry. And he has to keep bringing the same reoccurring people on who do keep steady views going for him, because you can't just keep inviting the random rappers, because they're already doing that everywhere else. Way too many podcasts, way too many media outlets out here. Vlad isn't the top guy anymore. Now, I want to get to the conversation that was had. First and foremost, I want to get to what was said and the reason why Corey made some comments about DJ Vlad in the first place last night. Shout out to Sluggo. I see you, C-Mo, in the building. What's going on, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Let's listen to this.
Say about Corey Holcomb right here.
So, according to Corey Holcomb, you beat up on midgets.
I beat up on midgets?
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
No.
So, Corey Holcomb did Gilly Wallow, and your name came up.
Of course it did.
He accused you of beating up on little people.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
Does he mean literally I beat up a midget?
Yeah.
I've never put my hands on a midget ever. Ever. I've never done that.
It was a very weird, thing when I saw it.
You know, I'm going to say this, and I don't want to really go down this road. Like I always said, no matter what the beef has been between me and Corey, it doesn't take away from the fact that I think he's brilliant at what he does, even though it's one note. He's great at that one note. That being said, it feels like it's a shame to me that I almost attribute most of what keeps him relevant now is not comedy, it's talking shit about people. Like,
now, I've said this before, and niggas said I was hating. But when you talk about the trajectory of things and why most people know of Corey today, not how most people that know him coming up. I'm talking about most people that know of Corey today over the last 5 years or so. They know him mostly because of the 5150 show. And that's not a slight to him as a comedian, because clearly you see he get his props from everybody. They don't just say, oh, they only know him because he be talking shit, or they only know him because he on 5150. No, people still give him his props for being a really good comedian. But what is he most known for today? You have to be real with that sentiment. Because, like I said, it's a new age when it comes to comedy. He talked a lot of shit about the internet comedians, but now you have to go to the internet to display your comedy for people to understand your relevance. He doesn't post any stand-up clips. His clips are his podcast clips where he's talking about stuff. They may be some funny clips where he's joking around and saying some shit like that, but when it comes to a lot of things that people hold on to, like when it comes to relationship advice or when it comes to him talking about certain individuals, other notable individuals, those are the clips that's being posted. You're not having the clips of him on stand-up, so you have to be real with yourself. That is an accurate statement. Whether or not you mess with Aries or not, that is a very accurate statement about Corey.
Like he seems to keep
he definitely has a shock value
part. He keeps so many people's name in his mouths that it's almost like a male orgy going on in there.
Hey, whoa, run that back.
His mouths that it's almost like a male orgy going on in there. And I'm just like, dude, I wish you the best, Corey. I wish you can say whatever you want to say about me. I wish you the best. I wish you nothing but love. And if I do believe in God, you in my prayers.
Hey, Justice said, LMAO, Vlad, no, he didn't literally mean little people. Yeah, exactly. He took that and made it a literal thing. So therefore, there was a scapegoat for Aries to not speak on his alleged domestic violence. and how small the person was compared to him is essentially what Corey was saying. But Vlad was like, he said you beat up midgets, and therefore Aries is saying, well, I've never beat up a midget in my life. Therefore making the statement look null and void, or that it made the statement look like it was incorrect, or that he was just throwing out random bullshit about Aries. But we all know what he has said about Aries, and we all know about the court case that he was talking about with Aries involving his ex, supposedly. Now, I haven't seen any paperwork in that regard, but I also haven't gone looking. So if there's anybody out there that can confirm that, let me know.
I'm done. I don't want to waste time on Corey Holcomb. You know?
I think with the point, me and Corey could actually have a conversation. Because there's some stuff, the Farrakhan stuff he always kind of used against me. I've addressed it at this point. I think it might be time for me and Corey to just get on the phone, have a conversation, maybe do each other's shows. I'm willing to do his show first.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that in the process, maybe whatever friction went on, maybe I can fix it.
Okay.
I will try to.
Now, of course, Corey caught wind of this exchange and took to his 5150 show to respond to Vlad's proposal, and shockingly, he was open to it. Corey expressed that although he didn't like what was said about the minister, he could appreciate the fact that Vlad finally apologized, and for that, he would be open to having Vlad on the 5150 show. He said if there was no apology, then it would be a different story, but because he did, he thinks it would be a good thing for the 5150 show, seeing as Vlad would bring more traction to the show. Now, he didn't say that he would go on Vlad's show, and maybe that's because he has expressed in the past that he would need to get paid to go on his platform, but Vlad has made it clear that a fair exchange would always be the first option before paying someone for an interview. But only time will tell if this actually happens. Listen to what Corey had to say in response to Vlad right here.
Great age.
Vlad said he wants to come on the 5150 show.
What? For what?
I would let him on the 5150 show if didn't he apologize to the minister?
Yeah.
Oh yes, he did. Yeah, you're right.
He apologized to the minister. I would love to have Vlad. See, Vlad ain't a podcast in poverty. Vlad brings something. Sometimes good and bad bring stuff. You get what I'm saying? Vlad has established himself in the black community.
What a way to put it. I'm sorry, but that's a wild way to put it. He's not a podcast in poverty, which it means that your morals and what you stand for and what you mean to the black community is put on the back burner for an opportunity to increase viewership and notoriety by having Vlad on your show. So many other people to put on your show, so many other black entertainment or media personalities. To think that everything that has been said in the past regarding Vlad by you, Corey Holcomb, can all be put on the back burner for a chance to try to kiki and almost, because I can almost tell what it would be like if Vlad came there. He's going to be all extra giddy because he's around somebody who's a multi-millionaire and somebody who he thinks now can, help him hit licks. Maybe he can start paying Corey for interviews. Now to be a nice little source of income, give him a couple $1,000s an interview just to talk shit and increase his viewership. But I did say this. I don't think Corey is going to go and do Vlad's platform for free. And if he did, there'd have to be some type of fair exchange. Of course, he's saying he wants Vlad to come on to his show, but he's not going to pay Vlad. He hasn't paid anybody to come on the show. Why would he start paying somebody now? That look crazy. And on Vlad's end, he's not going to pay Corey just because he's Corey. He's going to say, well, there's a fair exchange. I came onto your platform for free. You come to my platform for free. If I was Corey, I'd negotiate some things and be like, well, things that I say go viral, super viral. And not just from my platform, but I know if I said something on your platform that was wild or that was controversial, it'll really go up and do numbers because of the platform you have. So therefore, if you're willing to make some money off of me and the clips that you gonna farm off of the interview we have or possible interviews we have, you got to cut them in on some of that bread. Now that's gonna be an interesting conversation, but nonetheless, I do want to go back in time a little bit because there was a time when Corey had a lot to say about Vlad, and this was some of the things he had to say here.
Want me to tell you the motherfucker who really made people aware of this shit? Old boy Vlad. He got rich off niggas.
Man.
His money come from niggas doing his show.
Was that the same person that said this?
Vlad brings something. Sometimes good and bad bring stuff. You get what I'm saying? Vlad has established himself in the black community, thinking that they doing something. But y'all made him where he can take care of his bills and his family. And you showed up. I asked him, come on my show, I'll come on your show. That mother said no. I can't be mad at him for that. But I ain't never did his mother show. Because I know, I like, oh, this month just capitalizing off my...
That's really what be going on. See, Money Mars said if Willie D had Vlad on his show, then Corey is allowed to eat off Vlad too. It's fair game. That's the thing. A lot of niggas really don't be. That's the part where people see a blind view of what's happening, because all these people can say these things about Vlad. Now, Willie D and Vlad had a rapport. Willie D was constantly going to Vlad. They have an actual rapport with each other. It wasn't that Willie was like, you know what, Vlad is a culture vulture. He does all this stuff, and then now that I see it to be lucrative because I have a channel and I'm growing my platform to have him on to help me eat on my platform. That wasn't the case. They already had a rapport, which is why when the things I was said about Farrakhan, Willie D wasn't just on the internet talking about it. He actually reached out to Vlad behind the scenes. Corey and Vlad don't have a relationship. Corey and Vlad talked behind the scenes once about him going on his show and they doing vice versa. And as you can hear, nah, I didn't cut my hair, dog. He said, you cut your hair? Nah, I didn't. I just had that shit up because I just washed the shit. But as you can hear, Vlad said no, and that was a slight to Corey. Therefore, the issues sprung from there. Now,
them young rappers and all them, they supposed to tax the shit out that mother. Even though he made some money now, so he's sitting back laughing at mother. But I'm saying it ain't just Vlad. It's black people too. They want you to do their shit for nothing, and they capitalize off it. Don't call me with that bullshit no more.
Now, that wasn't it. He also went in on Vlad on another episode.
Hey Vlad, all that shit you do where you try to make it seem like I'm a liar, it's not gonna really stick. I mean, everybody in the world has lied before, but I don't really perpetrate on shit. I stand on mine, and if I get caught doing something wrong, I admit it. But what the man did, Vlad tried to make it seem like, he said, Corey something with money. When he first came at me, I didn't know who Vlad was. So I was like, why everybody doing his show? This just some just doing a podcast, just like us. So I was like, I tell you what, you come on my podcast and you do something, I'll come on your podcast. Then he said, I don't really go on people's podcasts and shit like that. So I was like, well, what the fuck you come on your podcast for? I'm gonna make you famous? Long story short, he thought he had the power to do something with me and Aries Spears. Like, we go on there and we talk it out or whatever. I'm like, well, who the fuck is you? Aries Spears, I can't let him back on my podcast. Aries Spears got drunk up here amongst whatever else he got going on in his life and shit. And he came up here and acted a fool. And we found out he was a straight peon.
Back in 2017, Aries Spears went on the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, where Aries and a co-host named Zoe Williams got into it because Aries kept talking over everybody the whole show. So
the Bows of Zoe. The legendary Bows of Zoe. Justin said Vlad wants that infamous quote of Corey saying, but Will Smith like men. Like Corey said on Cam Newton's show. Yeah, I bet you a lot of people would love to have those moments with a lot of people. Corey is somebody that brings a shock value. That's why when he goes to certain platforms, certain clips go viral. Gilly and Wallow knew what to do when he came on their platform. They got straight to it. They didn't try to ask him about too much about his career, what he wanted to do. They didn't ask about future plans, or they didn't really dive too deep into his comedy. See, that's what I be saying when people like, oh no, people know Corey more about his comedy these days. No, they don't. When he stepped on that platform, them niggas was asking him about the beefs because he be talking crazy about people. Every platform this nigga goes to have interviews, they are talking about his problems with other people. That's a fact.
Zoe beat him.
Hold on, let me see what else y'all say. Black Polo said, I disagree, everybody sell out. Juicy Fruit said, wow, listen to Corey O two-face ass. Kadeem Jones said, will we get another picture of Corey holding a piece of chicken when he does Vlad TV? I mean, he clearly held up the chicken last night. He held up the virtual chicken. That's what that was. He held up virtual chicken, sitting there saying that Vlad has established himself in the black community and he comes with things. This don't sound like the same Corey.
Him up. He went and gave them lawyers some money so they can investigate what's going on with us. Then the lawyers let it go because they realized, oh, ain't no money in that. We ain't got no money for them. I don't monetize this show or hustle like this. I do this for God. I swear to God, I don't do the thing. Marcus, Craig, all kinds of people, Country Wayne, have tried to show me ways to get more money with 5150. I haven't done it.
Why not? Why not? Yes, he said that, Trey. Listen.
Vlad has established himself in the black community. Vlad has established himself in the black community. Vlad has established himself in the black community. Vlad.
Come on, man. Insane.
Because this is my gift.
It's insane how he backpedals when he feels some sort of acceptance from certain higher ups in the industry or certain people in certain positions in the industry. It's almost like he bows down to it. Like the alpha male becomes the beta very quickly when there's another alpha male in the room. Like not a true quote unquote alpha male. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like to subscribe to all that alpha male, beta male bullshit, nigga, because it's people you're supposed to have respect for. There's people that you are supposed to be aware of. You're not supposed to ever bow down to people or start to bitch up or tuck your tail between your legs whenever somebody in a better position of you comes around. I feel like that's the type of mentality that Corey feels like people should have around him who he feels are less than him or feels like isn't on his level. He feels like most people should bow down to him. He said this before. I'm not just saying it to make him look crazy. He said this. He said people are supposed to bow down to him. He says he's the king. But then you realize that there's other people in higher positions than him or in better positions than him in life, whether it be in comedy, whether it be financially, whether it be notoriety, whatever it is. He don't talk that talk around them.
To the world. I feel like I'm talented enough where you can see me every week and it won't interfere with what I'm doing. Some people, when you see too much of them, it hurts what they're doing. But I feel like I'm going to get the people this, and then you come see me later on in the game, in the streets, when I come to your town and everything. You know what I'm saying? This is my gift to y'all from God. But Vlad tried to make it seem like I'm thirsty for some money or something like that. What I told Vlad and what everybody who I think who goes on Vlad's show, I said, Vlad, I'm not coming on your show. If you want to produce a video together, we could chop up the money. I would do that. I think everybody who go on Vlad needs to tell Vlad, listen, if you want to produce a video, we could chop it up. Because this ain't the old day. This how you get your money on the.
Now, I got to shoot him some bail because right there, it's not him saying that he would never link with Vlad or do something with Vlad. He was saying back then that he would do some content with Vlad. But he also was saying after their exchange not to hit him up again. And giving his reasons why. Because he's only eaten off the black community. He's used the black community to eat off the black community, but then turned around and said last night,
that has established himself in the black community.
Come on, dog. Stoney James says Corey sees opportunity. CDTB said Corey is the biggest hypocrite on YouTube at this point. Stoney James said we officially saw too much of Corey because now we have plenty of receipts. Killer P said, damn, my dog ready to go out sad. Money Mar said, nah, Corey got Vlad to bow down and actually agree live to come on 5150, which Vlad said he would never do before. So Corey didn't bow to Vlad, if we're being fair. Look, man, I don't see Vlad in his position at all bowing down to Corey, because what would he need Corey for? If anything, Corey needs him. Vlad is the more well-established media personality on this space. Vlad is a multi-millionaire off of this space. All the extra goofy potato head face ass nigga shit aside, culture vulture shit aside, there's nothing that I would believe to be a bow down moment for somebody like Vlad. He doesn't care about niggas like that. If anything, he sees it as more of an opportunity for him than an opportunity for Corey. And I do believe that it is a form of bowing down, just because Vlad says something like, oh, I'll go on Corey. I think we should go and chop it up. And Corey just easily going with that, instead of bringing up the issues that he had with him in the first place, to not even want to mess with him. It took the apology of first of all, how long do y'all know how long it took Vlad to apologize for that? It took Vlad so long to allegedly see the point. I still don't think he sees the point. I don't think he truly sees the point. I think he just is tired of people bringing it up and asking him to apologize. That's like when you and your girl get into it and you don't see what you did wrong because she think you did something fucked up. And she nagging you about it all day, all damn day. All right, bitch, I'm sorry. Okay? You happy now? I'm fucking sorry. Damn. Get out my face. Quit talking to me about this shit. How many people had to talk to Vlad and try to bring up a different perspective? How many perspectives do you got to see to know that you said something about somebody that wasn't said by them? That's even the more crazier part. It wasn't even that he had an opinion on like, oh, I think Minister Farrakhan is this and that. No, he said that Farrakhan was saying some shit that he didn't say. And people proved him wrong. And it took him how long to apologize for that shit? Come on, man. Just because, and that's how you know one of these Hollywood higher-ups, no matter what they're into, whether it be backdoory or whatever, if they showed up with the right proposition, this nigga Corey gonna be like, well, you know what? It's not that they ain't fucking all the niggas in the industry. They ain't making every nigga bow down and spread their cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
These videos, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not finna go on Vlad's show and he collect the money for it. That's crazy. I mean, if somebody wants to say something, I ain't trying to overtalk the whole thing. What happened?
So he just came out of the blue and said that?
No, they looking for likes. They need somebody on their channel, so they using me for bait, and it's working with Vlad.
Remember that something else happened.
Still Elite said the Black Power movement on 5150 been dead since 2019. He might as well go ahead and sell out. CDT said this is a chess move from Vlad on some look at what I can make you people do, in my opinion. SP got beat said, and then Trap Lord Ross gonna make a documentary out of their beef later. Trap Lord Ross be on it. Modi Mar said Vlad is a businessman and knows Corey runs the algorithm right now, and Vlad also needs the streets again because he's been losing traction lately. I agree with you on him losing traction, but one thing he doesn't need is Corey Holcomb to get that traction back. Corey isn't gonna be any different than Aries interview or a Godfrey interview or a Boosie interview. Like, these guys continuously go to, and not Godfrey anymore, but I'm saying, like, even then he has lost. That's what people don't understand. He's lost prominent guests that were reoccurring that got him a lot of views. Lord Jamar, Godfrey. There's different people that he lost due to some of the things that he's done. And it has not stopped him making money. It has not stopped his platform. Yes, he's losing traction when it comes to the streets, but please believe that Vlad isn't somebody that's sitting around just depending on the street. Like you said, he's a businessman. It's one thing you got to give him is the fact that he conducts his business, and one thing he's not going to do is rely on one source to get him where he needs to go. That one source was just hot for that time being. And him being a businessman and him being in media, whatever it is hot, he's going to follow behind because he has the platform to where when these things happen, he can interview certain people or get certain people on the line. He'll bring in OGs and people like that to tell their stories for people to hear. He isn't just looking for Corey Holcomb to help him. That'll just be another component to help continue push his pockets. He doesn't really give a damn about a Corey, if Corey wants to do it or not. If Corey said, no, I'm not going to do Vlad, do you think Vlad's going to be like, shit, now I got to figure out what I can do to get the streets back? Like, no.
So Vlad mad because he ain't never had a chance to have no video on me for real. And on top of that, he was disrespectful to the minister with his little slick words and shit.
In 2020, DJ Vlad misquoted Minister Louis Farrakhan's worldwide address speech. He stated that the minister called Jews Satan and encouraged people to pick up a rock to throw it at them.
But Vlad, let me tell you something. I done found a picture that I'm just gonna tease you a little bit right now with this picture, because I ain't ready to go at you. I'm not even mad at you, Vlad. I know you want some attention, but that's Vlad girl, from what I heard. Now, Vlad, if this is your girl, you are no longer a culture vulture. You are just a vulture. You out here eating worms in the ground. You cannot talk about Vlad no more being a culture vulture if he done smashed that right there. Vlad, I crack jokes for a living, man. Y'all not finna get me fired up at y'all, but Vlad, I know information. I done dug in there. I'm gonna start off with this picture. This is what you ate from the back. Vlad, you don't want problems with me. You and Shrek. Right. You don't want it with me. Shreka. If that's out there, I'm telling you, you don't want it with me, Vlad.
He said Vlad was losing his reoccurring guest that brought the most views. He apologized to get his views back up. Exactly. See, and that's another thing. We forget how powerful we are as a community. If niggas straight up just stopped going to Vlad and stopped giving him them interviews and giving them to the other platforms, the other black platforms like the Say Cheeses and all those, and the Art of Dialogue and all those other places, even Comedy Hype. If you go into other places, give them those interviews, boost them up, make them be in a position to where they can pay niggas for interviews and also get paid for them interviews. Boost them up. Give us some type of financial power. Stop giving it to people that don't understand the culture, and anytime something happens or anytime one of us speak up in the culture, they feel attacked, knowing damn well they are guests in this house. They don't have no regard. They don't have no respect for the culture. They think because they're around it, it gives them a pass to say certain things or to treat the culture a certain way. We have a lot more power than we think. And it's crazy because these niggas will sit around and act like they don't need us when they do. That's all you need. SP Got Beat said, I think his best work was Soulja Boy telling his shootout story with his chains clinking in the background. Yeah, it sounded like a bunch of aluminum foil clanking together. Stoney James said Vlad is an autopilot at this point. He's been established and not enough people contest his morality. Exactly. Subliminal Frequency says, exactly, facts. Folks still going on Vlad are suckers. That's why I can't deal with the Lunel Boosie or the Black Dynamite dude. Yeah, and it's like, it's because he pays and it's because they need the source of revenue. When you're not a mainstream artist, comedian, entertainer, whatever, and you have to go out there and get it independently, you gotta go through these outlets that are willing to pay you. Everybody got lights that they need to pay for. Everybody got their house they rent to pay. They got their car to pay. They got food to get in the house. They got kids to take care of, child support. They trying to look the part because you need a fucking image when you out here. It's all types of stuff that is an incentive for people to drop morals or to drop what they stand for to get the bag. And Vlad is one of those people that's paying. Let's finish this up and keep moving forward.
I didn't think so. That must be something current. I know those are old. That's an old picture here.
He said you won't come do a show because you money hungry. That's what he said.
Well, no, he tried to make it seem like he tried to make it seem like I'm about money and all like that or whatever the fuck. Like,
oh, Justice said, by the way, GMS, did you catch Tiffany Haddish on Godfrey's podcast last night? I guess Corey's theory of Godfrey burned bridges with Tiffany was wrong. Hey, I think that's another way of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Godfrey is moving in a way where he is responding to Corey with showing action instead of sitting on podcasts talking shit all day and trying to come up with narratives. So, for instance, how he took the picture with Marcus a few weeks ago. Him and Marcus took a picture together. He linked up with him. Now he's linking up with Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany definitely knows the issues between. I guarantee you they talked about Corey before they went live and did his show. I guarantee you Godfrey knows why Corey went off on Tiffany, but we're probably never going to hear about it. She's probably never going to address it, but this was also a chess move. Bring Tiffany on because we're showing people that the narratives this nigga keep pushing on people because of hearsay or his assumption of what he thinks went down is not what it is. So, I don't know. Interesting. Subliminal said, I get the new dude trying to break out, but these established celebrities still going pure trash and LMAO. Indeed, with Tiff being on Godfrey, so Corey and Tiff will fall out again. Money Mars said, Tiffany has been on there a few times over the last couple months. Tiffany is super washed now. I guess, but we're talking about a subject at hand. We're talking about the fact that this nigga went on a 5150 and said that he thinks Godfrey burned bridges with Tiffany Haddish. And clearly he hasn't. Do you agree with that, Money Mar? That was a wild goalpost move, my nigga. That was a wild goalpost move. I respect it. Look, you go defend till the day is done. But come on now, fam.
The way he said it, basically, like, if you give me some money,
I love that nigga, man.
Like, no, I didn't say
that's a loyal nigga right there. Money Mar is the only motherfucker I respect who will defend Corey to no end. I have undying respect for this nigga. I don't care if I disagree with him or just be like, or just think he's agreeing with Corey just to agree. I respect his loyalty. All right, you gotta give it to him.
Money, I'm not finna give you no money. If I come on your show, I'm giving you money.
So was he talking to somebody
I'm
else?
hot right now, Vlad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, what you need to do is take that money you got out the community and take your girl to Brazil and y'all get down. Cause that ain't nothing. I know why you hide her now. I know now. You don't want it. Somebody say she look like who?
Paul Robertson.
Damn, I forgot he talked about Vlad. Wait, is that his girl, his current girl, or his ex? Who is this? You talked about this. See, this is another reason why niggas be holding on to that grudge, because Corey never keeps it between him and that person. He will attack their family, who they with, they children, and even try to act like that's not what he meant. This nigga Corey is ruthless, man. Holy.
They said Ving Rhames.
Oh.
When he played Holiday Heart.
That's Holiday Heart.
They said leave Kelly Price out of it. You know what?
Somebody said leave Kelly Price out of it.
Put up a picture of Paul Robertson. Look, Corey, that's what she looked like.
Oh, she do look like Paul Robertson.
Like Paul Robertson.
That's cold-blooded. How you find that? Steve H, thanks for the half a salt. Hey, Vlad, listen, man. You don't want it with me. I got more dirt. I'm just starting with that picture. I'm putting that out there.
Oh man, coach.
It's blurred, man.
Yeah.
Damn, that is his wife? Oh, dog. Hey, now let's flip this because this ain't all Corey. Now, Vlad, he talked about your wife, dog. If you saw that and you decided to just squash it just so you can get some views, you don't even love your wife, man. Your wife ain't shit to you. It's content over everything. You just gonna let this man disrespect your wife and call her Bing Rams off Holiday Heart and still want to do content with this man? You have no backbone. You have no backbone. I think that backbone is located in your nose. You are a spineless Mr. Potato Head in the face looking ass, culture vulture ass bitch. What's wrong with this nigga, man? It's up after that forever. How you go home and look at this woman in the face after the things that another man has said in a public platform that is this popular, and you ain't even address it? You ain't even stand up for your queen, nigga. Are you crazy? You ain't even send the goons behind the scenes. You didn't do nothing. You didn't protect your wife. But I mean, I guess that's right on par for somebody that likes to look at black destruction. You know what I'm saying? If you curate black destruction, trust me, if you dating somebody black or married to somebody black, you ain't gonna care too much about their well-being or their feelings or whatever it is that they dealing with as a black person in this country. Especially as a black woman. That sucks, man. That sucks.
What is it? I don't know.
He gonna blame it on the blur. He gonna say it was blurred, man.
No, you can't fix that. I'm looking at that face, and that's a makeup face.
Like a Popeye Jones rookie
Now,
card.
are you saying that's his
He
lady
said a
or he
Popeye
knows-
Joe rookie card.
lady or just something he did?
I don't care who it is, he associated with her.
That's after it.
Somebody said it's his wife. I don't know, but I'm saying you can't go back and forth with me and you going back and forth in bed with the
Soon as
They're making me
he come in the room, she be like, "Get your ass on the bed."
right. Especially if she do this when she talk.
Oh, no.
That's after. They took that after
Hey,
15.
I met him at the football game.
Hell
Friday.
no.
Hey, Donna.
That's crazy. SP on the beat says, Corey right, though. He should be doing way better getting motion like that. But see, now that's the part that I think is lost on people sometimes, man. Like, you want to do better, but you only want to do better looks-wise. But then when you step up looks-wise while already being in the industry, already being well-established, and already having a nice fat bank account, the people you attract are going to be the people that ain't there for genuine reasons. That ulterior motive is a motherfucker when it comes to being somebody that is well off in this world and you run into a bad bitch. You need yourself a modest, average-looking woman who loves you and is down for you and don't ask you questions about how much money you got when she already know you are well off. She ain't got to ask you to buy her nothing or to take care of her because you already do so, and she already reciprocates that love and that care back to you. You ain't got to ask her about how to be a good woman or what she needs to do to show up for you. She just does it because she understands that you work your ass off and you take care of everything. She ain't gonna want to be seen to the public out here all day on Instagram and on Snapchat and on TikTok, trying to show off all day and be in the realm of, oh, I'm this person's wife, instead of being that person's wife. Some of these people love to be seen. They want to have the same notoriety. Then try to say it's because they want to make the bag on the internet. You can make the bag on the internet. You can start your own business, whatever the case may be. Stop selling weight loss pills, man. Do something that'll actually benefit the world. I see it all the time. Now, speaking of relationships, Corey has some info that he wanted to give to the world. You know, we talked about this yesterday. There was a clip going viral of Corey's opinion about Papoose and Remy Ma back when they first started having some turmoil, and he showed a picture of Remy dressed in a very scandalous outfit and made the comment that this is not your woman, this is our woman. When you go out with your man and you are dressed the way that he was showing Remy dressed, he said that is not your woman, that is everybody's girl. Now fast forward, we hear that she was an avid cheater. She had a body count while married. Imagine having, that is the wildest thing to hear. Damn, man, what's your wife's body count? Like current body, like while y'all been together, what's her body count, dog? Since she put that ring on, what's her body count? Like, that is crazy. But he did have some advice, and I want to be able to play that. Let me read some of y'all comments first before we get into it. Juicy Fruit said, right, I think they were together before he got big. Still Elise says, Stephen A said, you got to get a strong 7 when it comes to a woman's looks. I agree. You got to have somebody that has a little bit of that insecurity in them. You know what I'm saying? Like the insecurity of, how does this person want me? I don't even look that great, or I'm not a bad bitch. I ain't got big fake titties. I ain't got no BBL, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no plump, collagen ass lips. I don't put no lip fillers in, and I don't wear fake nails all the time. I ain't got to put on no hair pieces all the time. I ain't got to wear the most the most expensive brands. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to always have expensive jewelry. I ain't got to drive the most expensive car. How does he like me and he's able to do all that? Damn, he must genuinely like me. Damn, he must genuinely love me. This is the things that's going to go through their head, and that is going to be what locks you both down, because she's going to know you are genuinely there for her as she is genuinely there for you. The type of woman where even if things went wrong, let's say later on down the line and y'all realize, man, this ain't really working, and certain things we understand about each other that just don't coexist with what we want in a relationship, and you guys break up amicably. Y'all agree to break up mutually, and then as y'all separate, she don't ask you for nothing. You want to know why she don't ask you for nothing? Because she knows that she held you down, and that you gonna help take care of her if you need to take care of her. Hey, we not together no more, but hey, if you need something, call me. This don't mean that I'm gonna pay your way through life. I ain't gonna be paying your rent and buying you no houses and treating you like my woman still, but I do know that you are a good woman and that you treated me well. We just don't click like that no more. So what I'm gonna do is, my line is always open to you because you held it down, because you love me the way that you did. I'm gonna show you that same love and respect back for as long as I live, as long as you understand what that is. And no, you don't have to aim lower for happiness. See, that's the mentality. We have been conditioned to feel that something is lower. You got to understand, this isn't just at a point where the standard is what a bad bitch is. We have been conditioned to think that a certain way to look is what you need to strive for. If Hollywood and the industry from the beginning was propping up ugly bitches with stank ass armpits, we'd think that was a standard of beauty. We have been taught this. We see certain things and we find it either unattractive or we find it to be unappealing because of what we've already conditioned our minds to feel. Now, I'm not saying that that's what happens all the time, because ugly is ugly, nigga. Ugly is ugly. But you don't necessarily have to aim lower. It's about understanding what it is to be a bad bitch in 2025 and what the motive is from a quote unquote bad bitch in 2025. Are you looking for somebody that you can just mess around with and have fun with and do certain things, spoil or whatever, without feeling like you should be with somebody who's loyal or that really is down for you? Then go ahead and get them Instagram models and get those chicks that be out here on the beach waiting for a nigga like you to pull up and take care of them. Go to Miami or something. Look for one of them hoes. Go to Cuba. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go to Colombia. You know what I'm saying? Get one of them motherfuckers. But if you want somebody to hold you down, if you want somebody to really be there for you, who genuinely messes with you, they know your situation. It's not like they disregard the fact that you got money and that you lit out here. It's a simple fact that that's not the motivation for them. You're not going to find that in a top-notch 10 out of 10 baddie on Instagram. I promise you that. I promise you that. I will not steer you wrong, man. I done seen it all. But anyway, let's get to it. Listen to what Corey had to say in regards to Papoose and Remy Ma.
Just tell him, man. I know this don't sound right, but don't say nothing else. Don't mention her name. Rebuild yourself. It's the best way to get back at her for all she doing to you, bro. She putting your business out there. You putting her business out there, but you the man, you stand to lose the most.
Hold up. Avenue P said most dudes don't actually see tens in real life outside the internet. You want to know why? Because it's hard to put a filter on in real life. We forget that part too. Most of the pictures that you see online have filters on them, and they're Photoshop. Motherfuckers be contorting and trying to smooth out their skin and their body and their face, and you know they do these things on the internet. Then when you see them in real life, you wondering why certain shit is spilling out their bathing suit. It's like the natural part, everything that we love that is natural has become something they put on the back burner, something that they don't want you to see. The flaws in a woman is something that men have grown to appreciate over the years from the beginning of time. And now that you start trying to X these flaws out in photoshopped pictures, even using AI now, like motherfuckers is using AI to post pictures. And like, so how do you do that when you know you got to see people in real life? These are the people I don't believe really truly want relationships, because if you want to be with somebody, you gotta bear it all. And now I'm not saying you're supposed to get up right in the morning and just post pictures of yourself fresh out of bed with the bonnet on and your pajamas and the little dots on your face for your acne. I'm just saying, when you start doing the extra shit and when a filter is so accessible in every picture, you're not giving nobody the real you. That's why we don't see tens like that, because the tens only exist online through Photoshop and touching up and makeup and AI, all that bullshit. Get you a natural face on the internet. Find you somebody like that. That's gonna be hard.
Because, you know what I'm saying?
What happened?
What happened? Here.
It's low, but they heard you. I think they heard you.
Testing. Is it working?
There you go.
What I'm saying to you, my brother, is when you used to go visit that lady in jail, you knew it was extra. You know what I'm saying? You done walked up on her, like you said, doing all kinds of things. Okay, now you with a young lady who is a phenom. You in her camp, one way or another, at a time where you really can use somebody like that. I'm talking about Clarissa Shields. Because one thing, you know, them prison dyke bitches, they quick to say, I'll beat you and your bitch ass. We know that ain't gonna happen.
No.
Well.
She not gonna talk crazy about the lady you around now. But the lady you around now is simply a blessing from God to help you during this transitional period. Whether you and her make it forever or not, just remember, she was around at this time, and she actually being wise with not getting into it with that lady. It's like, that lady gonna talk about you, man. She gonna do everything to humiliate you. I promise you, leave it alone. Leave it alone. She not winning. When she on there, I'm laid up now. That's desperate talk. She know you the only one in this world care that she laid up with somebody. But whoever she laid up with, that man need to realize. I see how she do people that do right by or that put effort into it. So what I'm saying is, leave that alone, little bro. Don't get back on the internet talking about that lady no more.
I will say that he was spitting when he was talking about how people be trying to look on the internet, try to look comfortable, or try to look like they happy, or that what they got now is better than the last. It's funny how some people move like that and then forget that they ain't changed nothing about themselves because they don't think they need to change nothing about themselves. Not realizing that the next person that you got could be better than the last person you had, but now that person that was better than the last person got to deal with your same old bullshit that you brought to the last relationship. That's the one thing about people who don't know that they got issues and that everybody else got the problem, or that somebody else is the reason why some shit ain't working. If you ain't looking at yourself for the things that you doing and realizing that you need improvement within yourself, you're going to carry on the same bullshit ass traits to the next person that you thought was better than the last. Then you're going to wonder why this person is treating you different now. Going on down the road when you think everything is straight, this person is seeing your issues that you come with. Now they starting to act different. Now you think, oh, now every dude is the same. Every dude is the same. Or maybe you need to fix some shit you got going on with you and quit blaming other niggas for why you fucked up. You bringing other traumas into relationships and hoping that niggas fix that shit. It's not gonna happen.
That lady who got your kids and all like that, let her do what she gonna do, and that's how you gonna win. Because if she see you happy, it's gonna make her want to kill herself. When them girls you used to be with see you happy, because I ain't knocking the lady Remy Ma altogether, but when I saw her with them pictures posted of the young boy, that's an old bitch trick. They go out with a young boy and basically mark him on the internet full of pictures of them together. Right. That's an old bitch trick. That ain't no shit that work on. Real niggas and bitches ain't looking at that like that's something that she doing. There's nothing she can say about you. You not with her, and you are with a phenom. She can't do that. She got to get somebody who is not popping like that.
Hey, that's another thing. Avenue P said it's funny too because when I'm with my girl and we walk by a real 10, both of us are like, damn, it's rare. Now that's another thing. That's another trait that you need to look for in another woman. A woman that ain't jealous of other women. Like I'm talking about off top. Not because she saw something like she saw you liking some shit on Instagram. Yeah, you can there's justification in her issues with that. But if y'all just out and y'all see a girl that look bad, niggas gonna look. Like, I think we're all programmed to look at things that we're attracted to, whether it be a person or whether it be a fucking billboard lit up on the highway. We're as humans, we are programmed to adjust our eyes to things that attract us. So if you see a bad bitch walking down the street, or if you in the mall or something like that and you with your girl, first of all, kudos to the men that have such self-control, because we all know one thing: if we don't look at that woman that just walked past us, she's gonna be nowhere in our memory later on. We keep our eyes on the prize. We keep ourselves focused. Our ladies next to us, she ain't even gotta look. She don't even be looking up to see if we looking. We just ain't looking, just because we want to minimize all issues. But if you got a girl that appreciates a woman's beauty and sees somebody like, damn, she look good, because she knows she's secure in her relationship, that her man knows that she look good as hell, and no matter what, y'all gonna go back home and he gonna do something to you that's nasty because you know he think you look good in the motherfucker. You ain't gotta worry about the other shit. You ain't gotta worry about the other shit. You'll be all right. Let me read some more of these. Get you one that ain't materialistic and loves her afro, then you know you got something special. Shout out to you, Mystic. Killer P said, if she wake up and walk to the mailbox proudly, she a bad one. I agree with that. Stoney said, on the real, I'm trying to figure out how to get Binky in my harem. Shout out to Binky, man. Y'all niggas love Binky, man. I'm so glad we put her a part of the show, because not only is Binky a beautiful human being, but she's very great at her job, man. She's a great producer. And there is a vetting system, okay? I am her younger brother from another mother in another state, okay? So if any of y'all are trying to get at Binky, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying that we got to vet you first. As a big brother, I got to make sure that you are up to par. And if you are up to par, go ahead and do what you got to do, man, because we accept more family members on this side, okay? We not no haters. We gonna vet y'all the right way, all right? Trust me. CTB says, Stoney, Black Ron said that he next. Not Black Ron. When did Black Ron say that? What the hell? What the hell?
Because ain't nobody popping finna tolerate that.
I mean, she's 44, man. Her best days are behind her, man. Unless Motown come calling and then they need a female temptation because we on the 5th generation of temptations right now. She might be able to be a temptationist.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I wanted to be realized, brother. You can't say nothing to her. She got your kids. You put effort into her. It didn't work. You got somebody else who happens to be somebody who can help.
But tell me, that's not a cult. He got to be mentally strong.
Why?
Because he in 2 back-to-back situations where he not the alpha.
Well, that's what you said, and I ain't gonna lie. There's evidence to show that.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, look, even the fact that he feel like he got to physically display himself, like one of the dudes.
I don't know what you're talking about. CT Beats. I plead the 5th.
The dude she fucking with, he knocked him out.
Well, you gotta make sure you say who knocked who out.
I mean, Papoose knocked dude out. Yeah. And he said he knocked him out because he shook his hand on a previous date knowing he was sleeping with his wife. And I think in the normal world of men, that's okay what he did. I like Papoose. But when you got
I like him too. But you still can't knock everybody out that's sleeping with a hoe. Because we already said on the show, that's our broad too. He can't knock me out.
When you ruminate
over that, please don't hit me over a hoe. I'll tell any man, if I'm fucking a hoe, man, come on, man. You know this bitch fucking everybody, man. How the fuck you mad at me? You gonna beat me up? Do you know how many people you had to fight? You gonna fight everybody with a hoe?
We got 2 Stonies in the building. It's thing 1 and thing 2.
They say Pap gonna know that nigga ain't gonna touch me. I got nothing but love for him, but ain't no nigga gonna touch me and it just be okay.
Right, but it is what it is. I wanted to say that I know I'm not agreeing with that, like how they've been going back and forth. However, he actually was being pretty chill considering some stuff that was coming out in the very beginning, right? When she was showing herself, right?
Right.
And he kept he kept
she doing the less hilarious.
He kept it classy, and then apparently when she just did the Breakfast Club, which if you look at the interview,
who was on the Breakfast Club?
Clarissa promoting the fight we just spoke about last week. But she did not say anything out the way about it. She actually,
Clarissa playing it cool because Clarissa knows she'll beat that bitch ass.
She'll whoop
and
both
that's the unspoken shit that's been said. I'll beat that bitch unconscious. Yeah. But it don't matter. I'm saying, Papoose, you win if you just be quiet. Let me tell you something. It's so many people want me to say something about them. And I will go back and forth sometimes with some people, but there's people in poverty. I will not go back and forth with a person in poverty or an openly gay man. I will not go back and forth with you in an argument.
But he'll call you behind the scenes to talk to you.
To leave that alone because there's nothing I can do to win. There's nothing I can do to win. If somebody is at rock fucking bottom, you can't. I mean, like, your job is to be there for your kids and try to help them because you said she leave the kids for days at a time. I don't believe he was lying.
No.
I don't believe he was lying. But you knew who you was fucking with when she was out in the street naked with you, bro. So now, if you really want to be someone who excels up, let her talk crazy about you, man, and laugh, because who you with now, it's a blessing from God. Yeah. And nothing should ever make you and that lady fall out, because from what I understand, she 30, you 47.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I gotta say this, man. And this is with all love and respect, man, because like I said, me and my baby mom are great, man. Like, that's my homie. We ain't got no issues, no problems, no lingering, nothing. She's in a relationship. She's good. She's happy. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of us as parents. I'm proud of our daughter. I'm proud of our family. It's nothing but love and respect. But the history, we got to talk about certain things when it comes up. As far as like online shit, I never was the type to get online and say a bunch of stuff. She kind of was. Like she'll snap out on social media and try to go off and talk some shit about me. I remember one time I was messing with somebody, man, and me and my baby mom were broken up at the time, but you know, she caught wind of it and decided to reach out to the girl that I was talking to. I'm gonna say this: I've never been in a situation where an ex hit up the new girl and it didn't cause like no problems or no turmoil between the dude and the girl that he currently with, like her asking a bunch of questions and her doing all this shit and why are you doing that, or y'all still fucking, y'all still with each other, all this other shit. But me, I am the guy that'll be straight up from the beginning. I'll tell you what, it don't matter what it sound like, or I'm not gonna sit back and try to be like, well, I can't say this because I don't want her to think this, or I want her to only know the good things about me. I'm straight up to motherfuckers I'm with all the time. You gonna know what's up, you gonna know what it is, you gonna know what I can do, what I can't do, what I can bring to the table, what I can't, you gonna know all that shit. So she already knew about everything. So with my baby mom going off on her, or like not even going off, but like trying to like basically expose things or say things like, oh, did you know that, you know, he's been over here, blah, blah, blah. The girl that I was talking to was like she didn't give a damn. Like she was literally laying on me as she was reading the the bullshit that was coming through. Now I'm not saying this to like look any certain way or to be like, oh yeah, I'm cool, like, you know. It's just it's the thing about it, when you straight up with somebody, they gonna react the same way that I see Clarissa acting, because she's not allowing what Remy is saying to deter her in her new relationship with the person she's with and who she want to build with. She gonna be like, yeah, I get it. They used to be together, and on top of that, they were together for a long time, and they got kids together. So of course, it's gonna be some turmoil there. It's gonna be some issues there. But what I'm not gonna do is allow things that are being said now, or try to allow a narrative to push back my love and care for somebody because the other person that they used to be with is mad. Especially when the person keep it 100 with you. When the person is completely honest with you, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I didn't have to deal with no turmoil from the one chick that I was talking to, because I was straight up about everything. I even was like, yeah, at some point, if this person find out what's going on, they gonna reach out to you. They gonna try to say some shit, but this is the stuff that they gonna say. They gonna say this, they gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? You prepare motherfuckers for certain shit. Now, granted, that didn't work out because that motherfucker was a Beehive member. Now, you Beehive, Barbs, and Barty Gang, and Meg Thee Stallion people, all you Stan bitches are crazy. Crazy. Out of your mind. This girl, yo, and I'm gonna say this too, man. Thanks a lot, AP. You fucking asshole. AP was on 3Gs one night talking about why he believes that Beyonce can't really sing. And it just so happened that I'm dating a girl that is a Beehive member. I didn't know she was like I didn't know she was that crazy with it. I thought she just loved Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize she was a straight up Beehive member till that night. So we on 3Gs talking about Beyonce, and I'm like, what? You think she can't sing? Like, I even pulled up a video of Beyonce in the studio with her raw vocals, nigga. She was killing it. I'm like, you talking about this person that grew up not just in the church, but grew up singing her whole life? Ain't one of these chicks that they just grabbed off the street because she looked good and said, here, we'll fix your voice up, we'll make you a pop star. Like, nah, Beyonce could sing her ass off, nigga. She do that shit live, nigga. She toured 80 cities, 80 states, and be singing her ass off. You know what I'm saying? I was giving the pushback, right? But, you know, AP a funny nigga. I couldn't help but laugh at certain shit. Do you know that when I got off that live, that this woman called me trying to go off on me because I didn't defend Beyonce enough? I thought she called me being sarcastic, dog. I thought she was like kidding around, joking. I'm on the phone laughing like, yeah. She was like, no, fuck that shit. AP wouldn't know talent if it hit him upside the head with a semi truck filled with microphones. It's like, what, bitch? Are you out of your mind? Are you okay? You mad because a nigga don't fuck with Beyonce? Are you insane? Like, this motherfucker was really mad at me. Like, how could you be associated with these people? Maybe because they don't worship celebrities, bitch. What the fuck? What are we talking about? Get out of here, man. Yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Yeah. This ain't gonna work at all. But there also was something else that was said. I wanted to bring this up too. On the Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to Don't Call Me White Girl, man. Mona is a very talented podcaster, entertainer, and she's very hilarious. I believe she does stand-up as well. She be traveling the country and shit. Shout out to Mona. She was on the Joe Budden podcast, and they brought up the Papoose and Remy situation. Now, a lot of people are talking about what happened with these two and why certain things transpired. Mona believes that it's a little weird that Papoose has now been in two different relationships where he is essentially playing the background. Let me read some of y'all. Before I play this, I'm gonna read some of this. I heard Crazy Cat is the best cat. Is that true, GMS? Not always true. Not always true. If I was to say what this motherfucker was on or what she had going on, that'll crush that whole myth. I don't think I've had a crazy chick just yet. I mean, I feel like all women have like a tad bit of crazy in them. It's like levels to this shit. But like, I ain't been with a crazy motherfucker. Like, my baby mom was chill. You know, she had her moments, but that's because we were in a, relationship for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna go through some shit, but she wasn't no like crazy motherfucker. Like, you don't know crazy till you actually get around a real crazy individual. You know what I'm saying? My ex after that, like, she wasn't crazy either. You know what I'm saying? They just, niggas had issues, nigga. Let's see. Extraordinary said, Beyonce, I thought you would have gotten a call about the autism stuff. Nah, man, this shit happened some years ago. This was some years back. Like, maybe 3 or 4 or some shit like that. This is around the time we first started doing the shit. Did you clip her? No. CDT said there's a series on Hulu about this exact thing, and the girl on it deleted anybody that didn't like Beyonce. Yeah, they're fucking nuts. Money Mar said AP got GMS beat on later at night. Beyonce is a queen, you big black bitch. Hit me upside my goddamn head in the name of the Beehive, bitch. If you don't get the fuck around me. Ray Smitty said, anyone see that Godfrey show last night? I'm about to watch it after I get off live here today. SP said she was ready to give him the Orin Ishii. What the fuck is Orin Ishii? Hot One said Remy is for the streets. Extraordinary said breaking up is just hard to do. Yeah, it is, especially if you really fuck with somebody. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I really fucked with my last girl. I really fucked with her for real. That shit was difficult. You could tell, like, I don't ever bring this to the internet, you know what I'm saying? I'll never bring my like personal life to the internet. I'm just now becoming more comfortable talking about like shit that be going on, and maybe that's because I'm single and just moving around how I'm moving around, and know that I ain't gotta worry about how so and so feel just because I'm speaking on some shit. Like, if you my ex or you somebody I used to fuck with, but I don't fuck with you, I'm speaking my truth. Don't be mad at me because I'm telling it like it is. But nah, I really did fuck with my last ex. That was a difficult transition because I really fucked with her. But you also got to understand there's things that, just don't coexist with one another. You know what I'm saying? Even if you fuck with somebody, there's things that would have been detrimental to, your future if you continued on doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? And usually when you don't have a choice in some shit, man, it forces you to move forward, and it forces you to try to, dive into the things that you need to reflect on for self, and kind of move in a certain way that protects your energy, man, and protects your heart. So you got to do what you got to do, man. Juicy Fruit said, no, Clarissa is just a fool. Hate to say it because I like her, but it looks like she is going to get hurt. She the rebound, but is convinced they are going to be together. Well, here's the thing. I think somebody's track record should speak for himself too. Because although that may seem like the case, What we know is that Papoose seems like a very loyal individual. He seems like the type of guy that isn't just gonna be with somebody to be with somebody out of spite. And I don't believe that he is somebody who is just going to string somebody along. I think he's actively doing, like, there's guys out here that will do certain things or will try to do the most just to convince a girl to sleep with him. But he's actively out there, like, helping her train. Like, he's getting locked into doing certain things and building a routine that shows that he's, like, in the relationship to be in the relationship. As far as I could tell. I could be wrong. But just from what I've seen in his history, it don't seem like Papoose is the type of nigga that's going to be on some, oh, I'm just here for the rebound. Like, we'll see. Only time will tell, though. Only time will tell. And we'll come back to that conversation once we get to that point. Because if we see them niggas get engaged and they get married and they start having a family, then, you know, can't help but to call a nigga a real nigga for doing what he got to do. Still, at least say it goes back to what I said. Get you a 7 in all aspects. CDT said, "Hi, not you trying to say the cat wasn't hidden." I didn't say that, right? I didn't say that. Hot One said they got to switch. Stoney said Mona was one of my favorite guests. Yeah, she's dope. Let's see. Still, at least said the Barbs and the OVOs are way worse than the Beehive. Yeah, they are. The Barbs, they all can collectively jump off a bridge. They're like the worst, like, individuals in the world. And I'm not talking about people that are just like fans of Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about her Barbs, like her toxic Barbs, who like really are just the worst of the worst human beings in the world. And she co-signs that shit. Lucy Liu on Kill Bill. Okay, all right. I love Asian girls too. You know, I don't discriminate. You know, love me long time. You know, I come through with egg roll, beef egg roll. Yeah, beef egg roll. Put beef egg roll in your mouth. SP got B said Kill Bill when she hopped on the table and took dude head off for being disrespectful. Oh, good God. Money Mar said GMS used to hide his chicks in the background like we couldn't see an arm or a leg. I only had 2 people on here, man. I had my baby mama and my ex, you know what I'm saying? Those are only 2 people that showed up on my screen, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't be out here like that, man. I don't just be throwing myself out here like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no hoe. I ain't finna be out here just giving up ding-a-ling. You know what I'm saying? You gotta earn it. I protect my manhood around here. I protect my meat. I'll just be throwing my shit all willy-nilly out here. Shit. That's another thing too. Like when you had a bad bitch, it's hard to like go and do anything else with anybody else unless they bad, because it's like you don't want to move downward from that. You need an equally or even better bad bitch. You can't be fucking on a bad bitch one day and then be like, well, fuck it, I'm mad we broke up. I just got to go hit anything, nigga. That'll bring your stock down, brother. That'll make you feel worthless. Yeah, how your ass sitting in the shower, sitting in the tub with the shower just showering you. Nigga said, why did I do that? Now she think we go together. Niggas be extra fucked up. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. All right, let's get to what Mona said, man. Listen to this.
I think it's very, like, telling that he just so happened to be with a successful black woman, another one. It's like, wow, you lucked up. Some kind of way you got another bitch making some chicken, got some shit going on. It's almost like he got that position of standing behind the bitch that got this shit going on. And that, me as that black woman, is like, I don't know about that. I don't know about it when you're doing it twice. You know what I mean?
Wait, what? You don't. He's supporting his girl.
Fuck that. It's not about supporting your girl. That's not what it's about. They both come from the same type of industries. You know how some people feel about fame. You feel me? Mm. If a nigga came right now and said, yo, I offer you this amount of money, you're right for me, but you gotta delete your social media. That money, you're right. I'm deleting this shit. I'm in this shit for the pape. I don't give a fuck about that
like a nigga
shit.
working for Chick-fil-A or something like
that. So then educate me. What does he have going on?
I'm just saying he's a successful.
He has an executive. He has an executive position at TuneCore.
Yeah,
which is that's a position.
He's doing his thing.
And if he doesn't, He definitely did. I'm not sure about the current status, but he had it for. If he had successful, he had it for a while.
He's successful within the space of what he does.
Independent artist. If he always picked women that were not doing anything, they would say he got to shine over
exactly.
them. So then when
we
he
don't
picks
have to
somebody,
be from one extreme to the next. Always or either one. I just feel as a person, especially in the field I'm in now, when if I do a little trying to search around, nigga, he gonna eat the pussy. He want me to post his mixtape. That's what's going on. The dating pool got doo-doo in it. All these niggas want something. The shit has totally flipped.
Maybe he's just happy. Maybe he just like her.
I mean, all of that could be true. I'm telling you, my opinion is based off the experience I'm having.
So as you blow
these
up,
niggas got their hands out.
So as
These
you
niggas
blow up,
want
what kind of dude do you want? Do you want somebody that's like bigger than you? Somebody that's doing less than you? Or somebody, because it's hard to find somebody that's doing exactly the same as you.
Okay, now some part of me kind of want like a safari, like he carry my bags, eat my ass. You know what I mean? Influence the jokes. A part of me kind of want that. You know what I mean? He pop locking in the background and shit. I like that.
The big safari. Like, you talking about safari then, not safari. Yeah, he don't do that now.
Yeah, it's no disrespect to safari.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Safari when then invest safari, then invest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You eat my butt, we together, you carrying my shit, ain't nobody running up to you, that vibe, you know? And then another part of me kind of like would think somebody that's totally different where we meet and I have to tell him I'm online. I have to tell him what I do. You feel me? So I'm like in the middle, but I'm single as shit.
Why you don't think
Why you don't think? Girl, what was that face? Girl.
Why you don't think Pap has a...
All right, girl. We got it.
How many? Go one more quote. Give me one
you
more.
You got somebody, Joe. Shut up.
Yo. It's summertime, too. You want somebody for the summer?
I really do. How did you know? I'm almost like drug dealer ready for the summer. Like a fun summer. You know what I mean? Like a risky one. You know? Not get indicted, like in and out.
She wild as hell, man.
I'm dead serious. He is so disgusted. What the fuck? Like, just like a fun summer. You know what I mean?
Stop judging her, yo. Yo,
like hold the gun in the bag, but the gun ain't hot. Like not crazy.
She want a nice summer, nigga. Watch your fucking mouth talking like that.
Oh, please stop. No, but I do want somebody for the summer because I've never really did like the what is it called? Casual sex thing. Like I want to be a whore. Like I aspire to. You know what I mean?
Goals.
I get it.
Mona want to be a whore. I'm down for that, man. Shit. Mona one of those chicks that she's a strong 7. We give her that's a strong 7 right there. Now disregard her saying she want to be a whore. It's only because she's not in a relationship and she trying to get back out there and she just trying to be rebellious. That's what happens when you ain't found the right man to come along. Now you just want to be rebellious and open your legs up and spread your butt cheeks wide. Now Mona, she don't got to do that. She in a position now where she don't have to go and give no random niggas coochie. You know what I'm saying? She can go out there and find something that is kind of up in prestige, you know what I mean, because of her position in life. Now, Mona, she thick. You know what I'm saying? She for the guys out there that like them thicker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You better catch it. You better catch it when she in her whore phase, man. you better catch that ass when it's time. If she gonna be outside in the summer, man, you better check what them dates are when she gonna pulling up on tour. You better show up ready, cause when she throw that shit back, I promise you, you ain't gonna be prepared. Thunder, lightning, hurricane, tornadoes. That's the type of force you gonna get thrown back at your ass, nigga. You gonna feel a force that you never felt before. I feel like Mona back shots feel like King Kong elbowing the side of a baby's back. I don't know. There's a lot of force back there. I feel like it is, I can't lie. Mona got that thing. Mona the type of person, when she walk past, you gotta ask, what's all that motion back there? God damn. He said that Imagine Dragons thunder. Thunder! Thunder! Ass clapping with the thunder. She got that shit that'll make a nigga look down, buck his eyes, and sound like Mystical. Danger! Shout out to Mona, man.
I was young. I used to think that if you fucked a lot of men, that it would stretch your pussy out. Never knew that the elasticity in your vagina stays the same. I'm being honest.
That's what stopping you from being a woman.
I'm being candid. And if yes,
Not always.
I lost my virginity at like 18, so I was already kind of like later because bitches was getting pregnant in 7th grade when I went to middle school. That's a fact. So it's like
shit.
once I got the
Philadelphia
dating.
school system.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Nobody was pregnant in your middle school.
Yes.
Come on, I know that's not because teen pregnancy was
They
like
gotta
the
be
thing
Jersey
in the
and Philly,
90s.
not New York, nigga.
What? You're fucking
I'm saying New York.
Crazy with the
bro,
teen
please
pregnancy.
stop.
Now, interesting take, I believe. Interesting take. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think as a chat? What do y'all think is like the problem with this situation? Do you think it's an issue that Papoose plays the background, so to speak, or that he's like a supportive boyfriend / husband, like somebody that seems to play the background while his woman is the more, I guess, the breadwinner, so to speak, or the person that is out there really getting it, so to speak. You know, why don't women think that exists though? Like, why do women think that they can't be the, like, it's just, I don't know what it is. I'm not saying that it's like a every woman thing, but there's been a lot of women that don't like the fact that there are men out there who play the background. Now, I get it. That's the woman that wants a man to be the leader, which a lot of men, I would, subscribe to that. I think that, as a man, if you're in a relationship, you lead the way, you do what you do, you take care of shit. But I see how people react to somebody like Papoose, somebody who isn't broke by any means, somebody who isn't just sitting around hoping that his woman becomes famous or becomes rich to be able to get a bag. He seems like he's very well and able and capable of getting to it himself. It's just that it seems that the person that he was with at the time is the one that has had the most notoriety, especially as a rapper. Like, if he's writing songs for Remy, you can't sit back and talk about how a nigga ain't did shit. He's doing shit for you to help boost you without even taking no credit, hoping that you flourish to the top, to the highest degree in your field. And not only is he somebody that's not just sitting in the background, he's somebody that's talented enough to do some shit that you as a rapper should already be able to do. Remy should be able to write her own bars. She shouldn't need Papoose to write anything, but seeing as he did, you can't say shit about him being X, Y, and Z. That was somebody who was getting it to himself as an artist and also helping his wife, who wanted to be an artist, become a better artist. Making sure that you were good and in better positions before he made sure he was good and in better positions, because he understood that you being in a better position, that means all of y'all was in a better position, because he understood partnership. I think he believed in what it meant to be a team and to be solid and to understand that all that extra shit, because that's really too, and as much as hard and tough as Remy is, she's still a woman. And she probably still wanted somebody to look at her and tell her every single day that she's pretty and beautiful and be loving and kind and try to have that same feeling. Like I was just saying yesterday, chasing that white horse. A lot of women like to chase that white horse. When you in that honeymoon phase and you love how a nigga treating you and then you wish that shit would last forever, you start looking at a nigga differently because he's not doing the same lovey-dovey type shit he was doing in the beginning, because now y'all are in the phase of building together and becoming one another and still learning one another. It's not that he don't love you. It's not that he don't think you beautiful. It's not that he doesn't cherish you. It's just now he's not saying every day, ooh, my baby, you so pretty, you so beautiful, you so cute, oh, I just love your smile. These are things that you should know already, but you want it to be reiterated to you, which means you want to stay living in some type of fantasy world. A nigga that would do everything for you, drop anything for you, that would literally die for you. You feel some type of way and want to move around because you don't hear him telling you that you beautiful enough. Y'all have developed these standards that are unrealistic as human beings, not as no movie characters, not as no fairy tale shit, not as no Disney shit, but as real human beings in life who want to be there for each other and love each other. Y'all got to understand, a man is going to be a man at the end of the day. if somebody really fucks with you, you can tell. And I think that Papoose was one of those guys that really displayed that he fucked with somebody. He probably didn't have to tell you that you were beautiful and pretty every day, because he was showing up in so many different ways to let you know that he was there for you and solid and can be somebody you could depend on when you needed him. I'm just giving my educated guess, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I go based off of experiences, and I go based off of what I see as the trend of certain things, especially nowadays with this new generation. There's been a disconnect between men and women in relationships because of how social media has warped the minds of individuals out here, especially when women go to these TikToks and, you know, your algorithm feeds you the things that you want to see. So if you're on TikTok searching relationship advice or relationship issues or relationship bullshit, that's what you're going to see most of the time. So now they sit there and they scroll. All you got to do is flip up on your shit, and then you start seeing all these people talking about this shit in relationships. Then you start, not only you'll hear a couple things sprinkled in there about things that relate to you, but then you start vicariously living through these individuals. So now it don't even have to be stuff that's really happening in your relationship. You just now feel some type of way because, oh, this girl's going through this shit and I feel for her, and I'm going through some shit in my relationship, and I want this girl to leave her relationship because she's going through some shit that she doesn't like, and I'm going through some shit that I don't like. So now I gotta leave this. Oh, man, if this man ain't doing this for you and this man ain't doing that for you, you got to do this. You got having another bitch on the internet tell you got to leave your relationship, and this bitch don't know you or your relationship, you a weak bitch. Same for you niggas out here that sit up there and listen to that red pill shit. If a nigga telling you that if your girl don't do this, your girl don't do that, you got to leave her, the type of girl that you need to be with. You let niggas that can't get no bitch for themselves until they became famous and got money tell you what you need to do to get a woman. Stop it. That's weak shit. And all that shit hits the subconscious too. If you're in the algorithm searching up relationship shit, if you in these Facebook groups looking at relationship shit, hyper focused on people's relationships and people breaking up, that's the shit that's gonna be in the back of your mind. You're gonna be sitting behind in your relationship looking for issues so that you can get up out of some shit. I was just telling my guy the other day, last year, I'm walking through our state fair. I'm seeing a bunch of girls with the shirts that say dump him on it. Just simply says dump him. Do y'all know how crazy that is? I know there's probably women like, haha, laughing, that's so funny, y'all dump him shirts. Yeah, you need to dump him. Y'all put that shit in people's subconscious. That's all they gonna try to do. That's why the atmosphere is what it is. I done seen so many people's relationships ending over this past like few years. It's like, damn. All that shit is, and that's the thing. It's about influence. It's about what's in the back of your mind at all times. What's in your subconscious. What this internet does. What social media does to people. It's to influence you. Why do you think people are called influencers? It's here to influence you. These people get influenced, and it brings them to the point where they actually destroy their own relationships and destroy their lives over shit that they were manipulated into believing through the internet. You need a relationship guru. Talk to a nigga that don't subscribe to the bullshit that you see online every day, who will tell you like it is and speak from experience, their own experience, and also tell you to understand your own experiences and what you've been through. And don't take what I've been through and apply it to your own situation, because in real life, we go through 24 hours in a day, step by step. You give a story about a moment that happened during 24 hours. You're not going to give me the full concept of, or full perspective of everything that happened. It's never a full scale story when you're talking about some shit that somebody did to you. A lot of the times people skip out what they did to contribute to it. We miss the nuances of a lot of stories. We miss the context of a lot of stories because they only give you the meat and potatoes. They only give you the hit pieces of it all. They never give you the full shit. What led to it, how you were acting, what made that person do what they did, or what made that person leave. Don't believe in this internet shit because most of these people want to get money from you too. It's all about monetization. But anyway, we got some more. I got a couple things I want to get to before we get out of here. So they did release the footage of Tory Lanez, the incident that happened with Tory. Footage dropped. It looked crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I would hate to get shanked in jail, man. I think that's a lot of people's worst nightmare right after getting your manhood took. You can never worry about getting shot in jail. That's not a possibility unless you getting shot by a CO or some shit, security or some shit. But other inmates, when it comes to other inmates, it's losing your manhood and getting shanked and then getting beat to a fucking pulp. Those are like the top 3 things in that order that people are afraid of when it comes to prison. And one of those things happened to Tory Lanez. This is the footage here. I will warn you, this is sort of graphic. It's kind of digitized, so you don't really get to see like it vividly, but this is what happened. So as you can see, he ran down the stairs after he was stabbed 14 times. It's also crazy how when this happened, people did the same thing that they hated other people did to Meg when shit happened to her and they questioned her getting shot. When this news came out, people were like, well, we only got a statement from his lawyers. We didn't get a confirmation from the prison. It's like, why would they put out there that he got stabbed 14 times if it didn't happen? Like that, like, why would they do that? It didn't make any sense to me. As you can see, it left him very, very bloody. We can't show too much of that here on YouTube, but yeah, Tory got gat, but he is doing better now. He did have both his lungs collapse, apparently. They said he was on a breathing machine, but he got taken off the breathing machine the same day. So he wasn't really, I guess it wasn't that critical of a condition. He is back. They transferred him back, and I think they have him in like some type of, they might have him in some type of isolation right now. I don't know. But yeah, he got pretty bad. Yeah. This situation is getting weird because you got people saying that there's new evidence that is going to exempt him or prove his innocence. They released the footage or the ring camera footage or whatever it was of the sound of the incident. And for the life of me, I'm not even going to lie to you, for the life of me, I cannot hear him say the words "dance bitch." I just can't hear it. I'm sorry. They tried to enhance it. You still can't make out the words, but for the life, they're so for sure, especially like people that support Meg and people that want to see Tory in prison for this and believe that he did it are so convinced that they heard him say "dance bitch," and you literally can't hear it. You cannot make out the words that were said. Unless there's another ring camera footage somewhere around the way, or there was some type of cell phone, unless there's a way that you can hear it more clearly, there's no way that you can make out that he said that. But other than that, you hear the shots. You hear something said in between 3 shots, then 2 more shots come, and that was that. Now we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna keep you guys posted. Also with this Diddy trial, I'm gonna try to go live more and, you know, do the transcripts. I'll probably be back tomorrow as well. So make sure y'all pull up for that, man. We're gonna keep it rocking over here. Let me see. What beat should I play to get up out of here, man? There we go. All right, y'all. We gotta get up out of here. I gotta do some things. I gotta take care of some business. GMS fam, the Green Room. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. If you want to support the GMS show in a big way, you can hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that bell, man. Get the notifications when we go live. Also, you can hit the super chats whenever you want to hit the super chats. Hit the memberships down below. And if you want to support the GMS show in a big way, you can hit the Cash App, which is in the description below. If somebody in the chat can put the Cash App in the chat, we'll pin it to the top. And y'all can show love in that way as well, man. GMS fam, the Green Room. Shout your city out. Let's go. Hey, Juicy Fruit in the building. CT Beats, I see you. Toke Champs, Glittery Bubbles, Money Mar, Vale is in the building. Mike Reimer, still in lead. Ace of Spade, Extraordinary, Regular Nickel, Avenue P, SP got beats, Stony Tats. Where the other one? Where's Thing 2 at? Hey, Justin Furlow in the building. Prince Young is in the building. Stony James. Hey. Hey, Ray Smitty. Hot One. Black Mamba Speaks. Killer P is in the building. Mystical is in the building. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to end this with one of the new beats that I just made because I feel like playing the new shit because the new shit is fire. GMS fam, the Green Room. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all pull up same time. Bobby, I see you. What up, Bobby? GMS fam, the Green Room. We out.